everybody. This is my video submission for health and stress management, week 2 discussion post discussing physical activity and its impacts on my personal life. For me, physical activity has played a really huge role in my life, past and present. I'd say probably the biggest impact it's had on me is for about the last 3 years now, I've been on kind of a health journey. I've dealt with a lot of issues with my health that were weight related, and I have actually over the last 3 years lost over around 80 pounds. And I have found that it's really important for me to stay physically active, not only for me to have that routine, but also because I have dealt with a lot of widespread pain due to some conditions I have. And I used to kind of use that pain as an excuse as to why I couldn't exercise or be physically active in general. And what I've found more recently is that the more active I am and the less time I spend sitting around or laying in bed, the less pain I actually experience. So it's really crucial for me to stay physically active. And on top of that, being in pain for a long time and not using my body to its fullest abilities, I found that I lost a lot of muscle and I lost a lot of strength. And so now that I've kind of refound a love for physical fitness, I have found a new enjoyment in pushing my capabilities and rebuilding muscle and seeing how strong I am and focusing on becoming stronger again, especially because I used to be an athlete in high school and suffering from some health stuff in my adult life. It kind of like really ate away at me that I lost that, and that I wasn't capable of doing nearly as much as I could, let alone, the simple things. Like, there's been points in my life where I wasn't able to put my own shoes on or bend down to tie my own shoes, or walk upstairs if they didn't have a handrail. And so now I find it really important to stay on top of myself so that I never get back to that point. Also, I have property and animals that I'm responsible for maintaining all on my own. And during that time, the person I was 3 years ago would not have been able to keep up with the demands of that physically or mentally. Like, I had no desire, no real will to do those kind of things. And now I do. I was also just like really self-conscious about like silly things and like, sitting on the ground. I wouldn't have sat on the ground because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to get up without help. And now I work at a school and I quite often sit on the floor and, read stories or work with kids, and just thinking of little things like that 3 years ago were not possible for me. Sorry. Yeah, so being more physically healthy has made me more well-rounded in general, because it has really affected my mental health as well. I'm a more confident person now. Also, the more physically active I stay during the day, I found that it is easier for me to sleep at night, which is something that I have really struggled with in the past. And I find that I find a lot more like enjoyment in spending my free time doing work around my property or going to the gym or walking my dogs, and less time laying in bed or going to the bar, which is actually something I used to do a lot. I used to do quite a bit of drinking and going to the bar because I live in a tiny town, and that's literally the only social activity we have here is the bar. And now I find less joy in things like that, and I find more joy in being productive. And I think that's all really due to finding love for physical fitness. And yeah, just treating my body right has really improved my life in all ways. You'll be amazed how much it impacts you when your body feels better, and everything just kind of falls in line after that. So